Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Glad you stopped back by. I hope you're treating life well. But here we are, Killing Air Heating and Cooling. It's our company. But this channel is Air Conditioning and Life Made Simple with Brian. So today we have two air conditioners that are having problems at this gas station, and so they've got multiple issues. They've got issues concerning water not cooling, adding refrigerant all the time. So man, if you want to learn about mechanical things like that, you want to go along for this ride, join me as I go through this thing today. And I just stopped by here to eat, really. It's Floyd's country store here in Arkansas, and I left a couple of cards down, and then I said to the cashier, would you bless this if I put these cards here? She said, yeah. She walked away and came back and said, we need your help. We got a job for you. So let's see what's going on here. Let's go through this thing. Welcome to the channel. Like and subscribe. Please subscribe if you like the content. At a gas station. I was picking up something to eat, and they said they needed some work done. So I'm looking at the unit. They've been adding refrigerant a lot, they said. So I'm checking out this kitchen unit here, and first thing, of course, is to check the refrigerant level. You can see that there without the reflection. There it is right there. So we've got 97 on the suction side, and the superheat is 28 here. You can see that number, hopefully, maybe. I get out of the sun, 28 right there. We want that suction line temperature to be a little colder than 57, and that's what we got. Outside temperature right now, we've got 69 degrees right now. I'd like that 28 degree superheat a little lower. I'd like it below 25 for 100% efficiency. But something else I noticed, I don't know if you can tell, but there's on the inside of that capacitor here, it's got like a bubble. Okay, so that's the dual capacitor. That's what stores charge for the compressor and the fan motor to run efficiency. So right now it's not for the fan, because it's got its own little guy. But this capacitor here is for the compressor. So it's bubbled. So it may not be starting every time, although it does have a start capacitor here, which is just for the start winding, okay? This is for the starting winding of the compressor, but the compressor shifts into a run winding, and then the run capacitor takes over from there. So it runs efficient, it doesn't overheat and whatnot. So I'm gonna take this off and see what size that is. And then I don't like the 27 degrees superheat. It's got a TXV inside. We should have it should be running a little lower than that. So I'm probably just going to add a little bit of refrigerant to see what that does, and then I'm going to see what size that capacitor is for this outside unit, and then replace that. Let's go up into this attic here. Wow. Okay, so anytime I go in an attic, I like to just look at the deceased units. I like to look at what's going on, and not only that, but I like to just sit here in case there's raccoons and big rats, to just like let them know I'm here very carefully. And so that's what we're doing. So this unit here on this side of the attic, that is for the main lobby. This one back here is for, oh, there it is. Yep, that could be a problem. You'll see that water. So what they're doing is feeding the mice and all the other critters. Okay, so we have two 20 by 20s, so return is important. So we've got two 14-inch ducts going into 20 by 20. Very important. So they've got a float switch on here also, as you can see. Trying to hold this in a better way. So they've got a float switch. Let's see if there's water in there collecting. Oh yeah, look how dry that is. See if you can see that. I'm trying to get it to where you can see without a glare. But man, that thing is dry, bone dry. Okay, and there's no water in there either. And that's coming right off the unit. Okay. Okay. Alright. What's interesting is it hasn't gone over the secondary outlet or the emergency pan outlet. It's not dripping outside that I can see, but they both go, both drain lines, primary, secondary, go outside. Alright, well, now I know where it's at, and this is a 5-ton unit. Five-ton unit. We've got a TXV inside. Let's take a look at, if we can, let's take a look at this return coil. looking at that coil. It's not bad. It's not bad. Where's the other side of that coil? It's not bad at all. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, that float switch over there is cutting off the unit if it backs up. So what I want to do is really come up here and blow that drain line out. Which should be flowing. And I'm going to take apart this guy, this panel, and look behind there and see if there's anything blocking that drainage. All right, let's go tell the store manager what's going on. I do want to take apart that air handler panel and see what's going on with it. See if something's blocking that main pan. Inside that unit is a pan. You don't see it, but there's one there. So we got an ECM motor, constant torque motor. You can see all the droppings from the mice living inside here. There could be a mouse in that drain line. Water sitting there. All right, water sitting right there on that outlet, but you can see that pan down in there goes across. Yeah, we're gonna vacuum that thing out and then I'm gonna cut it and blow it out. Okay, so here's the main lobby unit here, and they want to add refrigerant to this one too. So you can see the line is cold. The line's cold, but it's not sweating, right? So the actual number, and it's the same as what I told you before. We want that. Get that right. We want that number, the 49, to be between 5 and 25, and that temperature of that line is 60 degrees. So it's not removing heat like it's supposed to. So we're going to add refrigerant to this one also. So now we're dumping. You can see that pressure. That pressure's that's your actual pressure of the refrigerant in the system. And we're at 170, so we know that the pressure in the tank of refrigerant is more than here, so it's receiving. So we're dumping it. So we're gonna dump it. It's taking it pretty good, actually. So you can see the suction temperature, or suction pressure, is at 69. Really low. The other one was almost 100, so that gives you an idea that you're a little low, right? So I'm going to continue adding here refrigerant. I want to get that number right, and then we're going to go over there to that one again and turn off power and replace that capacitor. Another thing you can do is get your trusty wetback and find the drain line. It's a PVC that comes out. So both of these outlets here, one is primary and one is secondary, it looks like. So they both run out the same way, so we're just gonna suck them. Saw how it was dry. There we go. Probably a dead mouse or something in there. But man, that's it. You see that? You see how that let go right there? Very, very simple. Wet vac. Save you money on a service call, or if you're in the area, you just call me. I'll come and take care of it for you. we've got the new capacitor here, brand new. Look at the top of this one, and now look at the top of that one. You see the bubble? Yeah, clearly blown. Okay, so when changing out these capacitors, you want to when you first start out, you want to change wire for wire, so one wire at a time. You can see here we got 2 orange on one lead here, and that is actually going to your start capacitor and your compressor. So that's your hermetic right here. So that's going to be orange. The other side is going to be C for common, and it's written on there. So you're going to do the same thing with the new capacitor. Yep, very difficult. I'm going to set this right here, and maybe see it while I'm doing it. Nice. All right. That was crazy. Right there. So anytime you have a little bit larger holster for your capacitor, you can just grab the end of that thing and bend it. Bend that metal, and it'll tighten it up and snug it. Let me show you. Let me show you. So you just grab this guy right here, this pliers, and then just twist, and there it is, nice and snug. So now we need to find our hermetic. If you remember what hermetic was, it was orange. So we're going to do our orange to orange. And you don't want to do this if you have power to this thing. The best thing to do is disconnect the power from your breaker, and then check with your voltmeter to make sure you got no power coming in to this guy, and it's going to be 240. And then our common is going to be towards the back here, right here. And you know your common, because the common on there? No. The common comes straight off the contactor. So that's how you know. And there's that other, those other prongs, that's for the fan motor. It's got its own deal right there. Just like, so now let's kick on power. See if this thing kicks on. Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah. Much better. It's actually quieter. That compressor is quieter. It's not so labored. We added refrigerant. We got a good superheat right above 5. We cleared the drain lines. This guy, we added refrigerant to it. Let me close the panel here. So remember, we wanted the numbers what for superheat? 5 to 25, right? So right now, there it is. We've got 23 with a pressure of 77. It's a little chilly out. It's 69 degrees outside, but 23, that's within range. Perfect. Now we'll go upstairs. Look at that right there. It's like a right there. What is that? What in the world is that? Oh. See? Sometimes you just got to get rid of that stuff right there. Alright, let's blow another. Ready? There we go. Right there. That's it. That's it. That's what we want. Right there, put that float switch back on. Now, we'll put our PVC fitting on, and then we will dump water. This cup, we're going to do it over here since it's closest to the unit. Make sure it's going through here. There it goes. You can see that. Do it again. There it is, right there. Good flow. So I'm going to keep going, and then I will suck this water out once I know we're clear. We're going to suck this water out of this pan.